Right, good morning everyone. Now we're going to do a little project today, which is a tag. Now I just need to make sure that this is the right size, and I can see that it's not by this section here. So I'm just going to trim that off using a 4mm chipboard. I'm going to be cutting the corners on it though. I don't want the corners. So I'm using a lid, and basically all I'm going to do is move the lid as close to the edge as I can. Take a pen and draw around that, and it's going to be like an oval type shape. I'll straighten it up anyway. And then just chop those ends off. And then, yeah, that'll do fine. Now, I'm going to be needing some wadding for that as well. So I've got a piece of wadding here, which will do. And I'm just going to glue that on. And then we'll trim that down. Just fits that, that's fine. And I am going to be using remember the napkins I found in the charity shop the other day? So I'm going to be using one of those. I just need to trim this. So it's a padded plaque. I don't need to do too much with it. And then I've just got to cover it using the napkin. So I don't need to go mad and waste the napkin. You only need about an inch either side. So you can get 2 or 3 projects actually out of one napkin. So I'm just going to turn that over. I'm going to cut the seam off because that's a little bit thick. First of all, I'm just going to do the edge. Seal that over. So I hope you can see this. Turn it around. We need it nice and taut. Like that. Really good fabric, so it's a great fabric to use. And then we're just going to do this edge. It will have a backing on, so I'm not fussed about that. That's it. Look, nice and neat. Now I've got some bits and pieces. I do want to make a beautiful flower, so I'm going to cut this doily. I know you're saying, why, Fee, why? Because I want pretty things on mine. I may use it, I may not, but it won't go to waste if I don't. I do have another one of these. If I don't want to, I've got another one. But I might not use that one, I just thought. Because I do have some really nice ones here. Yeah, I might do this one instead. Sorry, but that's the point. you can change your mind. I might just want to use that one. But before I do that, I want to put a little bit of, let's have a look. We've got a bit of lace here. Oh yes, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I think we'll do that. Great thing about stretch fabrics, you don't really have to do much with them apart from stretch them, and they work. Let me just trim that bit off, trim this bit off again. Right, and that's ready for backing. Yes, that's pretty, isn't it? That's nice. Lovely. I like that. I'm going to put the frill on it as well next. Now, I'm doing pink and cream. So the first one I'm going to put on is the cream one, because I'm going to have a pearl trim as well. Now, this isn't very gathered very much. So we're going to have to gather it as we go along. It's supposed to be gathered, but it's not. Okay, so just going to go along the edge. Don't do too much, because if you do too much at once, it doesn't work and you end up messing about. So all I'm doing about 1 inch of glue, and I pop that onto the edge, and then I pull it into place. You pinch it, basically. You need that to overlap. And then we just trim that off. And then glue that bit down. Like that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Now, this plaque could be either way. I'm just going to glue that section down as well. I'm deciding which way to have that. I think we'll have it that way as a plaque. Yeah, I think so. But I want it on that side. I'm going to put the flower there, and then put a letter in there, I think. I don't know if I want any pink on it now. That's the problem when you start these sort of things. No, I don't think I'll have any pink on. I'm going to put the beading on. So, here's my beading. Nice 8mm pearl. And I'm going to start in this. This is going to be the top. So we need all of that out properly. And I drop it on and then drop it down onto the fabric or onto the lace. Very nice. Quite happy with that. Now I've got to put a hanger on that. So I don't know whether to do it that way or that way. I can't make my mind up. Let me just see. If I did it that way, the flower could go there. I don't know. Bear with me. Right, I found a picture that I want to use. So I want that on there with the flower here, with the bow, and with that tassel there. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think I'm just going to glue this on and then just put a pearl trim around it. But I want to keep the shape. So I'm only going to round the edges off. See, like that? Okay, I'm just going to do that. I don't want to do anything else with it. And I just need to get this in the middle, high up where I want it. That's it, about there. Do I need... I want to get that in there like that. So I'm just going to... a bit more glue here. Like that. That's it, that's done. I don't want to do too much, but I do want that doily on there. So now what I've got to do is to make a flower arrangement. And I want to do that really nice leaf. You know, that I did before. The one I like. So just going to cut that. Fold it in half. Use my flat tweezers. Trim. Make sure that goes in like that. Burnish the ends, the edge. That's one. Do the same again. So I like 2 leaves on mine, as you know. Let's cut that. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to singe the ends. As well. Take my needle and thread. See if I've got one that's ready, threaded. Or threaded ready. You start on the end. Not too near the end because it might fray. Even though I've singed it, it still might come undone. So I'm just going to do that. You sew on the inside of the arrow. It's like an arrow, look, like that. So there's our 2 leaves. I'm just going to put the pearl trim around here. So I'm using the same sized... No, I'm going to use flat back pearl, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to... I'm going to do it on the actual material. It's a canvas. So I'm just going to work around. And we just drop that into place there. That will do nicely. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can move that out slightly just to ease that. That's all right. I'm fine with that. Now she has got some little diamantes in her hair, little flowery bits, but I've got these, which are singular diamantes. I'm going to make mine a little cluster, I think, and I can fill that in. So what I need for that is a, let me have a look, see what I've got, just to fill that bit in. No, I've got one here. Here, pencil. So just darting that to fill that in. See? And I'm just going to dab a little bit of glue just there. And then spin this around so I can see it. Dab a little bit of glue just in there for that one. And make a little cluster. That's it. In her hair. There we go. Yeah. Take that bit off, that'll do. When it's stood up you can't really tell, so, and I'm not fussed about it whatsoever. So that's that. We could give her a little, do you know what, I've got a bit of chain. That'll do. And I'm going to put her a necklace on, I think. Although we could do it like that. Yeah, I'm just going to take a couple of those off. Make it slightly smaller. And then put her a little droplet on. So. Like that. Yeah, that's nice. So now what I need is to do the flower. Let's have a look. So I am going to use that in the centre like that. I'm going to help that stay down. Stick that onto that. I'm just going to pop that in there like that. That's pretty. And then do we need... No, I'm not going to do that. That's too big. Hang on. So now what I need to do is to make a flower, which I'm going to do just from some 38mm ribbon. And it's organza ribbon. I need to trim the edge, round that off, because I always like to round mine off. I like the different colours in the cream. And I'm just going to do a running stitch, nothing more. And I've said before, you can tell if you've got enough on. When you've done that, so far you can see I've nearly just over half a flower. So I know the rest is going to be just right. It's going to be glued so it's not going anywhere. Open that up and we pop that bang in the middle. Like that. That's gorgeous. Love it. You can still see the doily underneath. I'm going to pop in my leaves now. Yeah, we're going to do that under there. So just put a bit of glue on the back, lift that up, and you can now pop your leaves where you want them to be. Like that. And I think I'm going to have mine here. I'll just make a change. I'm just going to do it that way. Drop that down and then that. Like that. And I have some diamante centres. Oh yes, I like that one. That's pretty. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that one, which means dropping the glue in there and then just attaching that, and I'm going to do it that way. Keeps the same shape all together. Then I've got some of these, which are the stamen, and I'm just going to make some bunches. No, I'll use them. So I twist them and then I bend them, and it helps keep the shape, and you can spread them out without them getting dispersed all over the place. So I'm just going to pop them in there. Like, oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of glue up the stem there, take my little dauber thing, and put that leaf down like that, just because I want to see the shape of the leaf. Yeah, and I like that. Let's have a go, do some more. So I twist them and then fold them. And then you can spread them out if you want to. I'm going to swing this around, lift that up and pop them in there, and then spread them out a bit. But I'm also going to do this with this leaf as well. Just to make that look a little bit better. There we go, that's it. Spread that leaf out like that. I'm going to see if I've got anything else that I can also add. Like, I've got one of those, so I might just put that one in. If I can find two, let me just see if I can find two of them. I could use that. So that could go in, couldn't it? They don't all have to be. Although I'm funny about it, I do like both sides to be the same. It doesn't have to work like that. I've got some little beaded things that I can use. Right, let's have a look. I'm not sure about that one, but this one's got little diamantes on, so I could use that. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to sit those in there, just as a little bit extra decoration. And I've got that one. It is slightly different. I'm not fussed about it. Can go in there. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And let me just see. I'm going to put this one just here. That one just there. Oh, that's sweet. And then this cluster, I'm just going to, it is a little cluster of beads and whatnot. I'm just going to glue that and pop that on this side, just there. And I don't have to do too much, do I? That's sweet, and that's really quick, easy to do. Now, you see, I hate overdoing. So what I'm going to do is, I think I have something else that can go in the corner. Let me just see. And that, yes. Down on that side or that. I want it on this side. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm just going to pop this earring on there. Like that. I love the pearl droplets on it. And it gives it that old Victorian feel. And I found one that I made. It's got a little tiny pearl in it. So I'm just going to hold that up and pop that on there like that. And that is just gorgeous. So I hope that, oh, hang on. We need to put the back on, which I'll put the back on anyway. Do you know what? I can use the smaller pearl trim, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use smaller pearl trim to use as a hanger. Give it plenty. And we'll just pop that on for now. Pop that one on there. Like that. That's fine. I'm happy with that. I just need to get a little bit of back. But yeah, so I'm basically just going to make sure I get the glue that I need. And I'm not even cutting it. I'm just going to lay it on like that. There we go. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And that'll be in the shop for sale shortly. Thanks for watching. Take care.